Today we're going to go over proportional relationships, and we have learned all of this. We're just going to piece it all together today. Proportional relationships also is constant of proportionality. They mean the exact same thing. I don't know what words the STAR test would use, so I need y'all to know they mean the same thing. Okay. What does it mean to be proportional? It means there's a rate, and the rate stays no matter what, and it means that if you start, you have to start at 0. There can be no one-time fee or starting spot unless it's 0. Yes? In an equation, if it's proportional, it will be in this form. What do y'all notice is missing compared to y equals mx plus b? The starting amount. What is that called? The y-intercept. So I want y'all to understand, I don't see everybody paying attention. Y'all guys, y'all cannot zone out. You've got to pay attention. In an equation, if it's proportional, there will be no plus or minus b. So y'all know we've been learning y equals mx plus b. Again, to be proportional, there will be no plus or minus b. So what could it look like? Examples. It could be y equals 2x. Is that proportional?
Yes.
Why? There's no plus b. Is y equals 1/2 x? Oop, that should say equals. Is y equals 1/2 x proportional? Why? Because there's no plus b. Is y equals negative 0.5x proportional?
Yes.
Why? Because there's no y-intercept. The y-intercept is 0. Do you have any questions about that? The number in this spot is the slope. It is also known as the constant of proportionality, which I'm just going to put prop, and then I heard somebody else say it's also known as the rate. So there are a million ways the STAR test could ask a question just about the equation. To find this number, you can do rise over run if it's a graph, or you can do y divided by x. This only works if it's proportional. So do y'all know how y'all know slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1?
Yep.
That would work too. But if it's proportional, you can just do y over x. Okay, do you have any questions about equations that are proportional? What's the main thing you need to know?
No plus or minus.
There's no plus or minus b. Okay? So on your assignment on IXL, it's going to give you some equations. It's going to say select the ones that are proportional. So you just click them if they're proportional. Every single one of them might be proportional. Every single one of them might not. Click them, hit submit it, or whatever. Okay? Now, what does it mean for a graph to be proportional?
That is a constant.
And it goes through 0.
It must go. Why does it have to go through the origin?
Because it has to be constant.
Because the b has to be 0. So, to be a graph, it must pass through 0, 0. If it doesn't, it's blatantly it's not proportional. Do y'all understand that? It must pass through 0, 0. Okay. Are there any questions about a graph? So right here, the line has to be touching it. It doesn't have to have a dot there, but it must pass through there. How do I know that? Because the y-intercept must be 0. Okay, are there any questions on what a proportional graph will look like? On your assignment, it's going to give you a picture of a graph, and it's going to say, is it proportional? There's no math involved. Either it passes through 0 or it doesn't. Questions on graphs. Let's look at tables. What will a proportional table, how would you know it's proportional? If it has a 0, it better be 0, 0. Like if this said 0, 5, I would automatically say there's no way that's proportional. But it doesn't have to have the zeros listed, does it? But if it does, it better be 0, 0. Now again, I'm going to say this again. If it has a 0, it better be 0, 0. Okay? How else can I tell if it's proportional?
It's like the numbers.
I'm going to give you all a hint.
If there's a raise, like this.
How would I do that? You're correct.
Divide and
Okay, I'm going to give you all a hint.
oh, wide over.
If I divide, write this down. If you divide y over x, you must get a constant answer. Now again, this only tells you if it's proportional. If you divide y over x, you must get the same answer, a constant answer. So let's look at this table and see if it's proportional. These are the y's. What is 6 divided by 2?
3.
What is 12 divided by 4? What is 18 divided by 6? So is this table proportional? Yes. Why?
Because they all add the same number.
Because there is a constant when you divide. Okay, I'm going to ask y'all a bunch of different questions about this table. Are y'all ready?
No.
What is the constant of proportionality? 3. What is the slope? Say it confidently, guys.
3.
3. What is the rate?
3.
What's the rate of change?
3.
What's the constant of proportionality? Okay, are we good? Do you see all the ways they could ask that differently, but it all means the same thing? Yes? What if I said, write an equation that represents this table? Then I would write y equals 3x. What is the y-intercept of this table?
0.
0. Do you have any questions about tables and if they're proportional? So let's say what we just did. If you want to know a table is proportional, simply divide and see if you get the same answer for the whole table. Y over x. If you do, then the number you got is your slope. It's your rate. It's your constant of proportionality. All right. How do you know if a real life situation is proportional? You write an equation for it.
That's like a similar, like,
But the thing is like if you write an equation for it and there's no one-time fee or starting amount, then it's proportional. So let's look at this way. Ben rents a hotel room for $85 per night. How would you write this as an equation? So is that situation proportional? And why is it?
Because there's no plus or minus.
There's no plus or minus b. If I was to graph this, it'd be a straight line that passes through 0, 0. Do you see how they're all related? Now we're going to go to the back, and I'm going to give you all a real example, and I am going to show you it as an equation, as a table, and as a graph. And we're going to put all the pieces together, and this is what your CBA is going to look like. Okay? All these different ways. We're going to start with this box, but they all go together. Okay? It says, Addie earns $90 babysitting for 6 hours. What did they just give us? What did they give us? A rate. 2 numbers that go together. Yes? The question says, it hasn't asked us to do anything, it just told us. What is The constant of proportionality. How am I going to find that? Divide. How do I know what to divide? Y over, and I told y'all money is always the Y. So what number goes on top? What is 90 divided by 6? 15. So the K, the constant of proportionality, is 15. Can I ask y'all another question? What's the slope? 15. What's the rate? Okay, are we good? Write an equation that models this relationship. Y equals 15x. Is this proportional? Why? There's no plus or minus b. Can you graph this equation on this graph? How? You're right, we can. How are we going to do that? I'll give you all a hint. We need to make a table with this equation. And then once we have a table, can we go plot the points?
Yes.
Are y'all with me? How will I know what to put here? So I need an X and I need a Y.
What if I put it the opposite way? Put Y in X.
Erase it and fix it because it's always like a table is always an X and then a Y. So how do I know what to put here? Well, first of all, I want to put numbers that would fit on this graph, yes? What does it start with? 0. So I'm just going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How am I going to fill in this table? I'm going to plug in 0 for X, meaning if Addie works 0 hours, how much money does she make? She doesn't make any money. Are y'all with me? If Addie works 1 hour at $15 an hour, how much money does she make? What did you just do? 15 times 1. If Addie works 2 hours at $15 an hour, how much does she make? Do y'all see all I'm doing is multiplying and plugging in these numbers for that X, yes? You will do this on your assignment today. If Addie works 3 hours, what's 15 times 3? $45. What's 4 times 15? What's 5 times 15? And 6 times 15. What do y'all notice about this point and what they gave us? It is the point they gave us. So how did we get the 15? Y divided by X. If I did Y divided by X, what's this whole table going to give me? 15. So do y'all see how they're all related? Now, on the STAR test, I need y'all to listen. They're not going to make you plot all those points. How many points does it take to make a line? 2. They're only going to ask you to graph 2. Does it matter which ones you do? It does not. Why? All of these points fall on the same line. So on IXL, it's only going to ask you to plot 2. But for this, can we go plot all of them? Okay. How do I graph 0, 0? Well, I go put a dot at 0, 0. Are y'all with me? All right, I need a plot at 115. Where would 15 be? 15, 10, and 20. I need a dot at 230. Y'all know what? I want y'all to skip a dot. Let's not graph 460. Don't graph it. Okay? I'm going to graph 345. I'm going to graph 575. And I'm going to graph 690. I'm going to show y'all why we skipped graphing that dot so that y'all can understand it's going to be on the line. If I take a straight edge and I connect these dots, what dot did we skip? 460? Everybody look at my graph. At 460, is the line passing through where I would have put that dot? So do you see, you don't have to plot all the points, but it will pass through where you would have put the dot. Does that make sense? I didn't need all those dots to make a line. I only needed 2. But it doesn't hurt to do more. Does this make sense, yes or no? Do y'all see how this equation can be made into a table and into a graph? Yes or no? Is this a proportional relationship? Why? Because on the graph it passes through. On the equation it doesn't have a. And on a table, if I divide it, I'm going to get the same number for the whole table, except we don't worry about the zeros part. Are we good? Your assignment is in IXL. It is assigned to all of you, and it is labeled proportional reasoning. I would like for you to try to finish in class, but if you don't, you can finish it at home. If you don't have a computer at home, you need to finish in Panther time sometime before Friday. Yes? If you need to, I'll be here after school Wednesday. Not tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be here after school Wednesday. So y'all could always come in and use my computers, okay? All right, get started.